December, right on my core. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? How are you? How are you? Well, we're at the end of the week. We're at the end of the week. You know what? TGIT. Thank God and be thankful.
Okay, I like that.
I didn't get all the anagrams right, but I was close, right?
Mhm.
So thank God and be thankful.
Thankful.
We made it through a week to see another weekend. However, this is Friday. And because it's Friday, did you know when Ramir left, I mean, I was following that.
Yes,
That
we
one
was.
really stirred my heart. And I follow Beyonce and Jay-Z. And, we just want to chit chat a little because we really don't have nobody we really need to read on
No.
or talk about. The case about Diddy, well, that's always going to be a conversation. And, he's still in prison waiting out his sentencing date. I tell you something.
What?
Outside of Tisha Tales,
Okay.
who I heard, like she's been being blasted.
Who?
Tisha Tales.
Oh.
Speaking of that, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I've said something, but it was really said out of love. And I know that if she ever seen it, which she probably wouldn't, it was really said out of love because we just adored her, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And another one, Murad Morelli. You all may not know him, but he was the one that was in that fetish several years ago, about 4 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, just about 4 years ago.
About 4 years ago,
Okay,
4 years ago. He was caught up in a foot fetish. Was it a foot fetish?
Yes, it was a
And
foot
I think it
fetish.
happened to him when he was 13, 14 years old, and how he struggled and how he got into it. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a foot fetish or whatever. Anyway, he is considered he is considered to be, what do you call people that get on black?
Oh, culture appropriation.
Appropriation, not as to be like a black person, but as to tear a black person down. I was shocked. I can admit that, and I like Murad Morelli, but he is hard on blacks.
Yes.
He really is. And I even said it back in a video with someone that about the Diddy. And back in that about how I didn't like it, how he sat with the mother and did all that. And then you get up and then you dog them. I didn't say where's her wig. I did not like that. It's just that I think that maybe because he's so beloved, I think that he feels as though I could just be black.
Gotcha.
I think he just like, I could say black, I could be black, but you're not black. And clearly, a lot of black people can find what you say offensive because you don't talk about white people like that. You definitely don't talk about your own. No. I mean, you certainly didn't talk about the queen and the king and them like that. I mean, you may talk about Meghan like that, but I'm just saying, I like you. I just think that maybe you should just listen. If you happen to run across this, out of love, just ease up. Just don't be so horrid to blacks. Like because I like your content, but I do find it like we do. We do. And it's hard in a country that's so filled with racism. And I feel as though until the black man and the white man, when we can all get together, I think it's not going to be any peace. But before that happened, we have to get the Democrats and the Republicans to get on one page. We look funky to the world.
We do.
I mean, I'm going to figure this all out, but I'm just going to as I go along. One of the things that I see in the world is when I was coming up, you had respect for the president. You didn't care who was in president.
That's true.
You just didn't badmouth the president. Hell, I grew up where I pledge allegiance to the flag. Ew. But no, I would never pledge my allegiance to nothing.
Okay.
At least a more of a flag, something that's an animal, an object,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's something that I cherished, I would. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Not judging anybody who does, but I'm thinking that we just come a long way.
That's true.
So long, and it just seems like we have no respect. And until the government can show respect for one another,
That's
when
true.
somebody is in that chair, let's just respect them and work with them. Let's stop fighting, because it keeps the world fighting.
That's true.
And then after we can get them to settle down and stop their beef, then we can work on the black and white situation.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone that's foreign and who generations don't go back at least how many? 10 years, maybe, I don't know. 10 years. If you can't go back 10, not 1000, no, how many years? 10, not 1000 years, but yeah.
10 generations, maybe?
10 generations, right.
Okay.
Thinking about 100 years. If you can't go back at least 75 years.
Okay.
Let's be 75 years. Well, YouTube say 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't go back 100 years, you maybe you want to question that, because when you talk about the slaves, you're talking about the indigenous people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And that's talking about people that was brought in on the boats.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't go back to those boats and your ancestors didn't come off that boat, that's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And until we can get that together,
Yeah.
because there's going to be a whole lot of black people that think they're entitled, that is not going to be entitled.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a reparation. You may not see it and I may not see it. Oh, but it's going to be cards. It's going to be a reparation. Let's see what the cards say.
Okay.
They already been shuffled. The devil showed up. Isn't that he ain't never show up? And whenever the devil show up, it always means deception.
Yeah.
It always means somebody lying. It always means somebody was tricked or duped because of the person being naive, or the person being gullible, or the person don't want to accept the truth, or the person got caught in a trap because they wanted what that person was offering and didn't care about the consequences. So this is a two-way street, because you can see the rope, you can see that chain, but it's loose. If they wanted to break free, they break free. But you know, and I know, as if they go to break from this, it's just like trying to break loose from the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or any cult.
Mm-hmm.
They easy to get in and hard to get out of.
Yes.
So this lets me know the reparation is held up under illusion. And until we can solve this, the devil shows up, until we can make peace and they get whatever equivalent for 40 acres in the moon,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that is, we ain't gonna have no peace. Ain't gonna be no play this forward. There's never, listen to me, there is never gonna be no peace until the reparations has been paid to your grandchildren and your great grandchildren.
Yes.
And what? You gotta tell them the story. You gotta remind them of who they are. Pull up your DNA. Find out about your root. You know, I did Ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestry.com. Well, whoever. Pull it up and take your DNA. Get your blood so you know your blood, because your blood will speak volumes.
It will.
Your blood will tell you who you are. You get your blood gonna tell you if you got African blood.
Mm-hmm.
Your blood gonna tell you if you mix. Oh, but they don't tell you that because a lot of people walk around, they don't know what their blood type is.
That is
but
true.
Know your blood type. And that blood type will be between your mama and your papa, bringing me to Ramir. That's why it was important that he found out who his daddy is. I can truly say it was his daddy.
Yeah.
Why? Because they settled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's coming back, but nevertheless, there goes illusions again.
Yeah.
And until we can fix it amongst ourselves, we need peace. We need peace in this country. And so many people want to pop in on the bandwagon. It ain't going to be easy for a lot of the blacks because they probably going to do it in a way, I don't know. We may not be here, but there will be no peace. I stand on this. There'll be no peace until reparation is paid
Sure.
to the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it was the American Indians. And then when we think about changing our name, I hope, no offense to Africa, but let's drop the Africa because it just seems like the African and the African American, we got schisms.
Yes, that's true.
It's so it's like, and you all don't see us as Africans.
No, they don't.
You don't. And I don't blame you. And we don't see ourselves as Africans. So we can stop, what's that word? Appropriation them too, when we just an embarrassment to many of them, right? But don't worry. We are an embarrassment to ourselves. But understand, this is years and years of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
This is years and years of being trapped, having to look up to somebody white that's greater than you. They had the light in their hand. They was your life giver. That's who fed you. The slops they didn't eat. They cooked the hog, but say you can have the chitlins, you can have the hog maw, you can have the feet and the tail, you can have the head and the tongue. And so what our people did, they were able to make nothing out of nothing. And I know this because my grandmother was a sharecropper. I know this. So, and when you have roots, and I share my roots with my daughter, we know where we come from. So I just feel good about saying that. Like, it makes me feel good that I am an indigenous people. Yeah, I got mixed up in there. With the colors got mixed. But my father definitely, he was a light man, but he looked more, what's the Cuban to me?
Oh, I could see that.
Cuban?
Yeah, Cuban.
He looked Cuban to me. Now, but then my grandfather looked white. So go figure. So with all that said and all of that, but he did have a long ponytail, which he could have been Indian. I don't know. Because when I first saw it, I was just like I couldn't even believe who that was, my relative. But nevertheless, it made so much sense about who I was. So it's important to know who your mom and your daddy is.
It is.
Regardless. Now, with that being said, so I said like the under the illusion. So yes, but and it's, and like I say here, and it's moving forward. So whatever it is, whatever that is, it's coming forward.
Yes.
It's moving our way. And the end result, we will be victory. It's gonna be a head game. It's gonna be a lot. We're gonna go through a struggle. It's gonna be a fight. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But in order for the children to stop crying, the African Americans in this country, they need reparation. Not all. But if you gave them a check, everybody would take it.
That's true.
And everybody will give you their story to why they deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, and maybe they could have exceptions to the rules, like maybe Beyonce can't get it because you have to have, maybe they could put a tap on it. We're only giving it to people who make certain amount of money.
That's true. That's a good way to balance it out.
To balance it out. Because if you got rich, you don't want to take from your brethren or your sister, right? So I think they're going to work it out. And many people may say that, but I feel so strong in my soul about it. I may not be here when it happens, but it's going to happen because that's when they're going to really need to make peace. Also, in America, I see us also coming to a place where it's just going to get so rough that so many people are leaving. So many people that can leave. And right now it's an in and out. I can go, I can come. I think that we're just going to go through a mourning time in this country. And you can tell by looking at the government, and they're fighting like children. Once upon a time, when somebody would get in the chair, you just dealt with it and you did what you have to do. Now we're fussing, calling people each other names.
Yes.
You got a foreign man standing up in there talking about who is he?
I forget
What
his,
state?
California.
Going against Nancy Pelosi because she's old and she needs to sit down. And then there was another man it's just too much fighting.
Yeah.
It's, how do you choose? Until peace come.
Mm-hmm.
And when peace come, the white man got to make right with the black man. He got to. And the white people just got to suck it up, buttercup.
Yep.
And until that happens, it won't be no peace.
Yeah, that's the one thing we need to resolve.
It has to be resolved, and it will be. And they know it because the people are raging. In other words, the people are crying. The prices are high. You're sucking people blind with taxes. Something's got to give, and it will give. Yes. It will. Please. It will work out something where the people can stop crying. And so therefore we can be with the white man and the white man with the black man and the black woman with the white woman. And we can talk because the debt has been paid. Do you understand?
Yeah.
One of the things I don't understand is like, you know how sometimes you have a debt and like they say that's you know how you say red room? And they could see this person get executed. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like dead man walking. You can see the man get executed.
Yeah.
And, or a monstrous ball with Diddy.
Okay.
And all at the same time, the person that's seen it says it's not enough.
That's true.
That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we don't want to be as a people. When we get it, it will quiet us.
Yes.
Because now, right now, that's our hold over the white man.
It is.
That's our hold. You owe us. And as long as that hold, and I know a lot of people say we got to get them. Yes, we do. But there are people that just says, I need that. There are people who really, black folks,
yeah,
Americans,
mm-hmm.
who blood here, ancestors died here. Raise your hand. So it's like, for many black folks, they want restoration. And if they don't get it, give it to my grandchildren or their grandchildren. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's going to be that far away. I do. I think it'll be within the 21st century.
Okay.
If not close. It can't go on like this. I mean, sure. we it's too angry. Mm-hmm. And you see the white people just saying, do something. Do something so the black people can stop raging. Do something so we can have some peace. Mm-hmm. Do something. And yeah, there may be people like Candace Owens. I don't know. I'm just using her as an example, okay. who may not feel that reparations is you should have it because she's got a few million and got a husband. But what about and got 1 million followers? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And got and know people in high places. Mm-hmm. But what about the other masses that don't have that? And they want to stop it for their children. So if you say 40 acres and a mule, what that equal back then and bring it all the way up to today?
Yes.
That's what it should be. Mm-hmm. I mean, within reason.
Right.
You know, you could say, and we'll give you like 1/3 of that or 1/2 of that, or it could be worked out where it's a reasonable amount of money for anyone to get started in life. Or even leave your children something. Mm-hmm. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yeah,
I mean, definitely. I feel as though we can spend billions and billions of dollars for war. Surely you could take care of this problem here in America. Yes. And I think once it is, so I feel this, guys, honestly. And when I'm feeling like this, I know I'm right. I may not get there with you. I will not. I may not. Many of us, but have your children have one and know who they are because they are entitled. They were duped and lied to. And so many of our ancestors was destroyed. I put it that way. Mm-hmm. And died looking for a better day.
Yes.
That money belonged. And you know what? And still blood money until the debt is paid.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's still blood money. And no matter, and see, even though they were giving all these things to people that came in the country, you didn't take care of the black people. You gave it to other people coming in on that. No, it's going to be specifically for black, a check. A check. It will be, or in the bank, whatever the system is. It will be calculated. It will be done correctly. They may have people, they may have a census. They may go back and look into your background. I mean, they may not make it easy. They may say, you got to give your DNA. We got to take a spot. We don't know.
That's true.
But they're going to make, I just know it's happening, but we're moving so close to the day where that stuff can be done like that. So I went on my tangent with that. So another thing, which I'm on my tangent about, is I've been hearing a lot about Bailey, Chloe Bailey, how she resists the system. Is she with Beyonce company?
Yes.
She's still with them?
Yes, Parkwood Entertainment.
Why is she with them? I heard so many stories about she said in herself she didn't bow down. She didn't give in. So who would you be giving in to if it's not Beyonce?
That's true.
If it's not Jay-Z? If you saying I want to do it my way and you still with that company, then that company is good to you.
Yeah.
I don't see how.
No, they're not.
I honestly, because I feel as though that they can have you or your sister, just like they had what's the white girl name? Molly Cyrus.
Yeah.
They could have hired one of you in advance to say, I want you to come and do a surprise visit. The audience would have ate that up.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
and maybe that's what she means. Maybe she would have been farther if she would have sold her soul a little bit more. No.
I mean,
I'm just like, it is weird that she's signed to Beyonce, but she doesn't have that Beyonce promotion.
She don't have that Beyonce nothing. You don't even know that. If that was me, I would invest in like the one who have Gorilla.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
If they belong to me, do her sister belong to him?
Yes. So does Haley.
So Haley been putting out some good music. Now I like Haley. I like them both. I do. I adore them both.
I don't know what's going on with Chloe because her sister seems to be succeeding a little bit more in the music industry than she is. Halle.
You think so?
Yeah, she's putting out more music than Chloe.
I don't think it's about more. I think, to me, her music is more on today's level.
Okay.
It's more like what I like. You know, I like her music. It sings more to what I like. Chloe, I haven't heard anything. What was that song I used to like about Chloe that I used to like? Chloe, her hit.
Lord Have Mercy.
Lord Have Mercy. I used to say that. Yeah.
That was good, but then she switched up after that and went a little bit more R&B.
I thought she went a little bit more Taylor Swift pop.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, but maybe that's her judge, and maybe that's where she want to be. If so, and like she said, ride it till the wheels come off. If that's your genre of music, stick with it.
Yeah,
you know,
make it work.
And if your music company don't support you, well, you're doing what they don't want you to do. But I would find, well, I don't know, because with Jay-Z and Beyonce going through so much right now financially, I don't know.
But her sister still just released a song just a few weeks ago called Brave Face. So they still working up in there.
But you're right. I like that song too. I like all the music that Halle put out. I don't really, you're right. I don't get to hear Chloe, but I like Chloe. And maybe they should do a show together. Yeah. Where Halle can do something and she could do something. They could do some of their old stuff. That would be nice.
They say that they have an album, a collaboration album going back to Chloe Halle days. So that's in the works. I'm not sure quite when we're supposed to see that, but
I'm trying to figure out my head. Sorry.
They missed their duo connection. I bet they did. A lot of people, seems like the general consensus is they feel as though the sisters shouldn't have broken up when they did and went their separate ways to entertain.
So let's do this. I'm just doing anything. This is Friday. So this is like Rambling Friday.
Okay.
So I want to do a short read on Chloe and on her music. How is it? I shuffled these cards up. You all see, but let me do it again.
Yes.
They be shuffled and shuffled, and whatever will be.
Will
be. Let's do the two sisters.
Okay.
And then we'll close it out. We just didn't have nothing to do. So I thought, I was thinking what we should do, baby Cone. Maybe we should get a jar and just put things in it. And then when we have times like we don't know, we'll just grab something from the jar. And whatever it is, whether it's astrology, whether it's spiritual, whether it's a question, whatever it is, we'll just do that.
I would like that. I miss those days.
We will go back to that. No, but they were all readings. Will they be readings? You want them all to be readings? They could be discussions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything. However we choose to approach that topic.
Right. But I don't like to read on stars that I'm not familiar with, because if I was going to a reader, she sees me.
Yes.
She can talk to me and she can ask me a question. What's your name?
Mm-hmm.
Are you from, whatever she wants to ask. There are some people that you have them, you sit down and you ask them a question. You say, let's practice this Tuesday before we do Chloe.
Okay.
You do me. You ready? You need a deck so you don't have to mess your deck up here.
Okay, yes.
Shuffle them up.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you how this works. Okay, this is just Rambling Friday. Okay. When I don't know whatever to do, when we have to put out a video, we're just going to do a Rambling Friday, and we'll have a jar right over there. Okay. My question is, will I find a boyfriend like within the next 6 months?
Okay, within the next 6 months. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords.
You're supposed to be going fast, baby.
Oh, okay, sorry. The High
Priestess. I'm showing them something.
And then the 10 of Pentacles.
Okay, so what do you have to tell me? In the next 6 months, will I have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I can see that it's plausible. The potential for you to have a boyfriend in the next 6 months is likely there if you can get past or like outside of your head with the 8 of Swords, because usually that's symbolizing that you could be feeling a little bit lackluster. Your love life isn't exactly at it where it could be. Then we have the High Priestess. So do that soul searching, that inner work, figure out what it is, looking for a partner, and then go get that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 10 of Pentacles symbolizing a...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now this is what I see in the read. I see that there are so many outside forces that is hindering me. Like, hold it up to 7. What is that?
The 8 of Swords.
The 8 of Swords. And Swords has something, eights are about moving on. But here it shows something mentally is keeping me stuck. Mm-hmm. Something mental that I have to really deal with down. Yep. And maybe a little not forgiving, because I know I have forgiven as much as I know how to forgive. But I think it's more about being able to allow myself to walk into the darkness or the unknown and not be afraid, because it is saying for me that at the end of my reading, it does say that I will meet somebody who will have money, who will be having their head together. It's there for me. And that the only person who's stopping me is me because of where I've been. Got it. And that High Priestess is only there to remind me, whatever that is, let it go. You don't need it as a crutch anymore. Or it could be your sickness. It could be whatever, my sickness. It could be that. Don't let that define me. Break away from that, because that man, that right man is there for me. He's there. Abundance there, right there at the door. All I got to do is just go and pick him out.
I like that.
Okay, you want one?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm doing this because I want them to see just how you can go face to face. I can pick up on your energy, but if you're out there, I don't know I can't identify with you.
Right, that's true. Here you go.
You want me to use these two?
Yeah, since we
all right. So, baby Cone, what is it you want to know? And don't give no honky donkey question.
I'm gonna go for the same question you asked. Except I'm gonna span it out to a year. Well, I have
Okay.
a boyfriend. Will I see some
Well, I could
suitors
have a
in year?
boyfriend apparently tomorrow if I just go ahead and put on my high heel shoes with the red
Sure.
bottoms.
It's just you stopping you.
Me stopping me. Yeah, I realized that.
Oh, it's okay.
I can come home with a boyfriend, but I don't want anything. I know it's
But
there
hey,
for
Mr.
me.
Right, the 10 of Pentacles,
Say
the
it's
man of your
there.
dreams,
It's there.
will be
It's there. It'll be there. He'll be there. I know. I
You know
guess
what you're looking
I'm
for.
almost
You got a
ready.
checklist. Exactly.
I know I'm almost ready. I'm not ready. What do you want to know, baby?
Yes. Well,
You want to cut your cards?
No, I do not. Thank
All
you.
right.
Though. Like I said, well,
I don't know. It wants me to cut.
Okay, sure. Go on ahead and cut. Well,
Sorry, we over hour. Okay, go ahead. We're gonna finish. Chloe, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, same question. Well, I have a boyfriend within the next year.
Okay, right there. Oh, I see the night, but the night is moving. It's like moving towards something. Let's see. I see here is a burden. It would have showed up upside down, but if it would have showed upside down, I'm going to leave it upside down because I can read them upside down or whatever. But it seems to me, you said within a year, within a year time, you're moving towards that direction. You're definitely moving towards that direction. You want it. You're really ready. You want to also be financially secure. And you also looking for someone that's financially secure as well. But you want to be financially secure and you want someone else to be already made, like finished college. You don't want to deal with no teeny bopper.
No Build-A-Bear.
You want to deal, you don't want to deal with a Build-A-Bear. But for you, because of your past and because that is of the 10 of Wands,
yes,
that let me know you've been burdened down in the past, but it just seems like it's upside down. So if it's in reverse. If it's in reverse, that's telling me that what was once a burden, they're starting to lift off of you. That it's not a burden. You just got to buckle down and do what you got to do because it's time for you to go out in the world. It's time for you to be in the world. If I'm looking at it right up, it's time. It's time for you to come from behind your mama's skirt. Give yourself a chance. Meet yourself some friends. No, for real. It's saying that because I said I'm going to leave it upside down.
Yep,
and you may say, how do I know this? How do I know that she's ready? Because her horse, even though she's been in the dark, she's been lazy, she's been all those things. She's been motivated. She's been scared. She's been this. And she had to go through a process of waiting. Yes. And so out of that waiting, she's ready now. She's ready to do what she got to do. She know what she want to be. She's ready. And even though those wands are upside down, that doesn't mean it's a burden anymore. Exactly. That means it's upside down. So it's not a burden, but that means she busts through that and she's just ready to put everything in its proper place and get to where she's going. She's ready to start a new life. And how do I know it? Because the sun is right here and the sun's saying that that's some good vibration and you still have work to do by getting it all done, getting it all done. Where it's no longer a burden for you. None of this should be a burden for you because you know the way, you know how to do it. That horse is going straight. And if you look at that horse, that city is right there.
Oh yeah, you're so right.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, and it's saying it's there for you. I see friends. I see loved ones. I say, be careful out there. Don't be goofy. Be careful. But the world is waiting for you. But when you go out, you will be ready. It was a sacrifice, but it worth it. Now it's time for you to get up, get down, get funky, get loose.
I like that.
Now, that's how I read. Now, why did I do that?
Show you how much easier it is when you can
see a person.
Yes.
Now, you may say, I know her. It don't matter because once you know cards, it don't matter.
Right. And if she didn't know any better, she could have asked questions.
I could ask, right.
Those answers.
Yes. I could ask because you're right there because it's a therapy. For me, everybody is different. You come with me, it's therapy. And if you came and it was a personal read, I don't rush through my reading.
No, she doesn't.
So if you came here, I'm not going to say, 30 minutes, time to go. If I need an hour, if you need 2 hours, if we need 3 hours, because I have people that I be giving them Gatorade because
yes, that's true.
they need to vent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a therapy
That's
session.
true, it is.
And because it's spiritual, and especially if I'm not busy.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I am busy, I will still take the time to give them time. I just don't go by time.
Right.
I even though
Can't rush spirit.
I just can't rush spirit. So even when I read people, but when I'm on the computer, it gives me only a certain amount of time. It gives me 40 minutes. Is that right?
45.
45 minutes. And that's a lot. So sometimes I just have to get to it to ask the questions, because if they were here, if they were sitting here, I wouldn't have to ask. They would be asking me. They would be like, what is this? What do you think about that? And I don't stop it. They pay their money in full. They should leave out feeling full, feeling like, wow. You should feel like you went to therapy. You should feel like I feel a spiritual renewal. That's how you feel, right?
Yes.
Like when Baby Cone just read my cards, that really made me feel good, because now I know that I'm the hold up. Well, anyway, this is back to Chloe. So let's go, Chloe. What I see, Chloe, pull one for Chloe, or you want to pull one for a sister?
This will be her sister.
Okay, call her name. Halle.
Halle.
Okay, so what I see for Chloe to me is at this place where she's kind of comfortable. She's not at her pinnacle, but she's almost, wherever that is, because this is a number 9. But she's at her place. She should be comfortable, but she's not totally comfortable yet. But she's at a place where you're not going to tell me anything. You can't sell me a bottle of alcohol and tell me it's water. You can't trick me. You can't con me. I'm not a little girl anymore. I had to grow up fast in the industry. And so she's sitting here like, tell me. I'm listening. She's listening. What I'm picking out of Chloe, I'm listening to everything before I sign anything. What you get
that.
for Halle?
For Halle, I have the Mother or the Queen of Pentacles, which is honestly very fitting because Pentacles represents earthliness. So whether that's talking about just her career or just what's going on in her life period, she's very abundant and
she's doing it now.
Yeah, she's doing it. Yep. And
is that a lamb?
No, that's a deer.
Okay, so in a sense about it too, looking at the animal card of it, that deer is something innocent about it, something skittish, something nervous about it. What number is that?
It's the Queen.
Oh, yeah, she's a skittish queen, a nervous queen, very easy to rattle. And I only think she's like that because of wanting to be, and not in control, yet being in control. I think it's be like that because she needs to know what's going on. She doesn't feel in control. So she needs to control her environment.
Yes.
To make her feel in control. And I think that's the fire. For Chloe,
it is.
For Chloe, I got a queen too, but a Queen of Pentacles. She's about her coins. But I'm also picking up what Chloe is. She's careful how she spends her money.
Okay.
She watches her money. It's like, I done seen other people. I done seen what other people do with their money. I done watch with other people. And I'm also picking up, she's getting some outside and like her mother or father or sister. She's getting information about don't be foolish with your money. Make sure y'all save. You never know, whatever. But she's definitely getting that, and she's listening. And I'm getting that she lives a modest life, not a poor life, but more modest. That's what I'm picking. What your next card is, baby card?
The next card that I picked up was the 10 of Wands.
Go ahead, baby card.
Yes. Now, while you was talking, I was honestly trying to figure out and sit here, how does that fit into Halle's life, whether that's career rise, because the 10 of Pentacles usually symbolizes a burden or something that is
the 10 of what?
Wands.
Well, the 10 of Wands to me is, what is the Ten of Wands look like? I can't imagine what it looked like.
Where the man's carrying all the sticks.
Or what I just had.
Yes.
Yeah. But it seems like it could just be a burden between her home life and her career, because she does have a son. So it could be those two things. Let's think if we was picking up it. Why would that show up? There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of things she wants to do. There's a lot of things she wants to do. That's energy. She's at the peak right now. She's putting out music. She has she's doing movies. She's putting hit songs out. Yeah. I don't know if they making the top 40, but they made mine. Her music, I love her music. Yes, I really do. And she coming from a place of experience too.
That is true. She is experienced.
When it first started off, it looked like her sister Chloe was more experienced. Now with the family, and she got a family, and she's been in a tumultuous relationship. She's played in the mud, and she done played in the mines and done got spotted. So now her singing and everything is more mature. She's more mature now. And so I think those sticks are saying it is a burden, but it's worth it for the energy and the creativity I get to live this life.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm taking over your read.
No, because I was quite curious myself.
But all at the same time, when I see Chloe, tell me. And I see that she stresses. What are you stressing over, Chloe? Love.
Oh, that is the one thing she does not have.
Love, friendship. She's stressing. She wants love. That's what the cards say. I said, what you stressing over, Chloe? And it's love. She wants a companion. She doesn't want to be known as a thought. Like I date a person, I'm thinking we're going to be together, like she was with that Jamaican guy. What's his name?
Burna Boy.
I thought her and Burna Boy not together, are they?
No,
I don't think so. And can you pull it up real fast? Yes. So I don't think her and Burna Boy, but I thought that her and Burna Boy was going to make it. I wanted them to make it. I really, really did. And so I think that because you were seeing them everywhere. They were filming them. And if they were in a relationship, they would still be out there. So I think they fizzed somewhere.
I think they just fizzed out because according to Google, it says they had never confirmed dating.
That's true.
So they just
but he made her so happy.
He did.
And so what I'm picking out for her is the fact that she's unhappy. She's not unhappy. She wants love. She's lonely. She's lonely for a companion. She may say, I don't need a man. Okay. It's not just any man. She's lonely for her right man. She's not lonely to be with any man. That's where I'm at. So I understand this feeling very well. Yeah. I'm lonely, but I ain't lonely for anything. I'm not lonely for paper blowing down the street. I'm not with tumbleweeds. I'm not lonely for that. I'm not lonely for the trash cans rolling down the street. I'm not lonely for that, but I am lonely, longing for the right man for me. And I think that's where she at. And it is lonely because you can meet 100 men and neither one of them is the one. And I think that she's really wanting the one and she's holding out for the one. But what I also think with Chloe, maybe you need to change up on the kind of men you pick. And maybe she did. I'm not sure. What do you have over there?
Still not looking good. We have the
say her name
for Halle. Mm-hmm. It's still not looking good. We have the 5 of Wands, which usually symbolizes having your energy scattered all over the place. She's overly committed. She's got, even though she is abundant within her career and having music.
Okay, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I'm taking over the reading because I see something. Go ahead, finish what you're saying. I'm not going to take over your reading, but I got something to add to that. But go ahead.
I'm just saying that.
And you definitely can do it to me.
Right. I'm just saying that how she's the mother of the Queen of Pentacles, so she's very abundant doing things, career rise, but all that at the same time is just weighing down on her mentally, energetically, and she's just
okay. So what I want to see, so right now, what we see Chloe. She comes out as Chloe.
Holly.
Holly. What we see in Holly is we see Holly as the pentacle. She comes out as representing a deer, an animal that's kind of skittish. And you know, fire could be skittish because it can duck and flame. It could, you blow it, you know, so you could see that. But all at the same time, it's a time of darkness, a time of being alert, a time of not being sure. She too has been through the mines and been spotted. And so therefore she's skittish, but then you said that's a 5, right?
Yes.
So
5.
that just lets me know, and I have to say it, when it's 2 5s like that, that's a twin. So you got the 10 and you got the 5. So that means that's something jointed. Mm-hmm. That's something, and I think that's her baby father. I think it could be with, what's his name? DDG. It could be she's not fully over him yet, because that 5 is, no matter which way you look at it, I always look at it, it's the negative, because it draws the light and the darkness together. Mm-hmm. Give me a card for that.
For the 5 of Wands?
Yes, I want a 5 of Wands. And what does it say?
The 6 of Swords.
Now, isn't that something? So this is mental. Before I read it, what you get out of it?
Usually I see the
that's that's why that 5 of Wands is there. Mm-hmm. So go ahead. But I see a rainbow.
Yeah, rainbow. There's some hope.
Show them so they can see.
The way I usually see the 6 of Wands is somebody moving on forcefully, or they are moving on prematurely moving on before they are ready. So because the 6 of Wands is usually somebody that is moving on a boat, but we see the rainbow here, which is some hope. There is some positivity, some outlook out from this, hopefully from getting from a troubled place to a better place.
And what I see is that that's a 6. So that lets me know that she's been broken. She's been deceived by love, because no matter what, that 6 does represent lovers. That 6 does represent the devil. So even though I know that lets me know she's still heartbroken. She's not fully healed yet. Either she is trying to move on in a relationship, and there's a part of DDG that's holding her back, all at the same time. Mm-hmm. Put another card to see if I'm right about that. Another card. What you get out of that? Oh, is that the spider web?
Yes.
Go ahead. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. So I can go ahead and did it. So what I'm saying is, like I said, I still think she's in a spider web. You know, you're in it. She's clicking, she's sticking to it. It's not as easy to move forward when you done had a baby, when you done experienced, when this man was your first this and your first that. And you know, it's hard. And I think that, and he's out there and you don't know what she's doing. She's not fully over him. She may say she is, but she is not. Not at all. And I feel as though there is somebody there that's helping, but maybe it may take more time for him to work through and get that claw out of her, even though she's angry at him. You know, what happens to love when it's immature is fire. What it does, it burns, it hurts. So until she can get over it, in other words, it's still a process. Remember, they haven't even been broke up for a year. Mm-hmm. So you got to look at that. The heart don't heal like that. This woman had a baby by this man. Why? Because she needed something to hold on to. It was no reason in the world for her to get pregnant. That absolutely. She was not ignorant woman. She knew. But sometimes young women, they just got to have something, especially when you know it ain't going right. I just got to have something by him. I'm not saying it's all, but I'm picking up something, even because of the sticky web, because of the thickets of the thorns and the trees and all of that. I just feel as though that this is where she's at. She's not fully over him yet, but she's with someone, but he's a help, but he's not the all be all, right. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay.
Now, and let me close this out with Halle. I'm going to close it out, and I want to see what is her outcome with all of this. I think that she's given up the fight. And I think that right now, let me show you. I mean, she has a 9. you know, in her life right now. I think that this is the best way I can say it. And I hope that if I say it, if she ever hear this video, she could respect it. I'm just learning to let loose and let God. Because she is a Christian.
Yes, she is.
She's saying, I'm letting loose and letting God. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that the sun will come out.
Tomorrow.
Right? Tomorrow. There will be tomorrow. And I think that she's learning to let go and stop fighting and just let it be and trust that the sun will come out tomorrow. As she move on, she just said, like, even here, she starts out with, I don't have to fight. You can't tell me anything. I'm ready. I know the field. I know where I'm at. I know the people. When I looked at that movie, Sinners, she said, I identified with it because I play in that playground. I understand that. She said that was so real for her. And she said, and so, in other words, it's not that I'm ever going to join them. I'm going to hold on to some integrity to me so I can look at me in the morning. And in order for me to do that, I can only be the best of me at all times. And being the best of me, meaning I have to let loose and let God deal with it.
Yeah.
That's what I hear with her. What you have over there with those. And people don't get all upset on me if you say, why did you let baby Crone read? I did let baby Crone read, but baby Crone can do that for me, right, baby Crone?
Yes, I could. But I always like your stories.
She likes my stories because I see it. That's how I see it.
Well, funny enough, the 8 of Swords came out. So the outcome card for Halle in this sense is she has the power to change her reality and her perspective as long as she's willing to do the work and try to change within herself.
I feel as though Halle is mentally, I don't know if I should say this, but I got to say it the way I see it. I don't think that she's really stable in her feelings.
I could believe that.
And the reason why, because what does the wands and what does the swords have in common?
They're both masculine energies.
And what else?
They both could be used as weapons.
What else? They both have air. They have frequent, even fire is in the air. They rise up. Swords, they work in the air. And because of that, I could see her frequency is still bitter. She's still angry. She's not over it yet. She's still fiery. The most of the cards, and she's been scarred because she comes on the scene, hold it up, as a baby lamb.
Yes.
So she's been scarred being with DDG. However, he's been scarred too.
Yes.
Go to the middle of your deck and pull out a card for DDG. That's good enough. I feel good. Get that one. Yep, I feel it. Turn it over. I rest my case. I rest my.
He has
father,
the future ahead of him.
Father, mother, and son. She's not over it. It's still, and he's not over it. But they will work it out because in the middle of it, I see the symbol of a rainbow. Yep. And I also see the triangle. I see that they will in time. It may take 5 years. It may take 1 year. I doubt it. It may take, because they got to get over the anger. They got to get over the frustration. I wouldn't be surprised if DDG got another woman pregnant. And the reason being is not because he's trying to make Halle jealous, but because I believe he loved being a dad. And this time I think he wants to have a child. If he does this, if allegedly, he will do it out of the yearning for his son. Yes. And you got to understand, Halle understands this, but Halle is a very jealous, hot-tempered person, and you're not going to treat her like a piece of paper, and you're not going to treat her like a piece, can I say it, a piece of poop. This is not going to happen. No, and I think she was very insecure and being very insecure over those women. And, you know, for all the reasons, you know, they got silky hair and they light skin. And really his type anyway. She's not really his type anyway. And she wanted him. And so she had to compete against these what the exotics.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm just a beautiful black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you Muriel. What was the name?
Ariel.
You Ariel, girl. Ariel. Do you know Ariel is the name of an angel?
Mm-hmm.
You're Ariel, and you are exotic too. You are very exotic looking, very. So don't. I wish. Ooh, you know how you just would. She's very exotic too, and that's one of the things that he liked about her.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You know, they both had locks together. They could identify, and even now she's with a man that had locks, unless they broke up. So she's got a type. But what he did out of his hurt, and I understand it because I've been there.
Yes.
He whacked them off. That's the hurt. He couldn't take them anymore because it was what they shared, and he whacked them off. So you can understand.
She probably loved that about his hair.
She loved that about his hair because she went with another man with locks. Me, I would have been like done with that lock ninja. But she went and got another. Almost, he's a little darker than him, slim like him, tall like him. He's in the music business. So she's just out there just trying to fill that void. And I'm not saying she want him back. Pull me another card.
Right here?
The other one. No, that one. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Right. What was your question?
Do she want him back?
Well, that's a good question.
That's
Probably
the tree of
not.
life.
It's the Empress. And the Empress is usually fully complete. And that goes exactly with the card that came out for her at the very beginning, which was the Queen of Pentacles. So she's definitely routed in this motherly, earthly, fertile energy.
I think with them, when it was good, it was good. And I don't know. I think for me, after looking at that, it is a tree for me. And I have to go by what I see. I think that she wants to go on and build her life. I think she wants a father for her son. I think some women start early in life and it can work. I think she wants to settle down. I think she wants her career. She can have it all, but she wants a man she can trust, a man that she can believe in. And the worst thing about DDG, I don't think he gave her that closure. I think he stressed her because she was in love with him to the point where she would fight to hold on to him.
That's true.
When a woman get that way, you done hurt her. And even though they're young, and so you can't blame them because they still in their 20s. I mean, he was 25. They're young. You know, it's not puppy love, but it's grown-up love for the first time. That's real first-time love. And for that, she'll never forgive him. She'll never forget him because he's been her first. And I hope in time that they can, and he can be a part of the tree, even as her son's dad.
Yes. Hopefully
Their
they can
son.
work out that co-parenting.
Yeah. And Chloe, she's just ready for love, y'all. She's ready. So this is what we call a Give Gobbledygook on Friday.
Yep,
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, hey, look, when we don't have nothing to do, all you got to do is just, if you want to know something, just send us something and we'll read on it. Just like we showed you how we'll do it. We'll show 3 full cards. You know me, I'll lay out a deck if it's good. And just send in, say, could you do a reading on me? Sometimes we just get tired of reading on celebrities.
That is true.
We would love to read for you. You ain't got to pay for nothing. You could give us a fictitious name and it'll just be doing it on Fridays. I would love to just do this on Fridays. Just open up the line and let people come in and I just read. I may not have a lot of time to ask you a lot of questions. I do that because it's so much time. But if it's like that, I'll just do what I did with Baby Crone and I tell you what I see. Baby Crone will tell you what she see.
Yes.
Why don't you let us make Fridays a good night?
Yes, please.
As we got bored. So if you like this kind of content and, you know, this is just Give Gobbledygook and you want a reading, please just what you email me, text me. No,
You said want an appointment or leave a comment?
No, just where I can read them on air.
Leave a comment.
Just leave a comment.
Yep, if it's
I would like
personal,
to have,
send an email.
if it's too personal, send an email. But and I will and let me know what you want to be called. So you know it's for you. It could be Thelma from Flipstones. It don't have to be. It don't have to be. I know who you are.
You know who you are.
And you know who you are. So excuse me, it'll be me reading for Thelma or Fred Flintstone. And but you'll know who you are. So please, we was doing that as a while, but sometimes we don't stick with stuff because it's hard to do something and nobody's here. But what we'll have a jar.
Yeah.
So if we don't have nothing going on, we're going to dig from that jar, pull out whatever. It could be the world, it could be about astrology, it could be about the devil, it could be anything. And that's what we're going to pull out. So we hope you enjoyed it. This is Googly Goop on Friday. I haven't thought of a name of it. It's just what it is. We just pulled something out the cap. And this was it. We hope you did enjoy it, though. We really, really do. I thought it was enlightening. I'm glad that I got her down. And I'm glad that Chloe is standing up and being a woman. She's growing up in the industry. And she's firm. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on her because I love her concert. And I love Halle's music. I really do.
I think Chloe just had a birthday because she's a Cancer.
Oh, just like me, huh?
Oh,
And they go to they walk to the beat of their own drum.
Yes. She was born on July 1st. So she just had a birthday literally 24 days ago.
And she's
27.
Wow.
Yes.
They getting up there.
That's that age of transformation where you go through that Saturn return.
She's older than you, baby Clone.
Yes, just by a few months. 4 months.
Wow.
If I did my math right.
So anyway, with that being said, we hope you enjoyed this. Please, if you like it, please, baby, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You know, we would appreciate it so much. So that's all we got. Have a lovely weekend.
Yes.
Right? You know we love you, and you know what we say. Don't forget to subscribe. Play it forward, whatever. If you know Chloe, say, hey, listen to this video that they gave. You know, hey, everything we say is allegedly.
Yes.
You know, we have to say that because we don't know these people.
That's true.
But I'm betting you 95% of what I said is correct.
The cards are never wrong.
Huh?
I said the cards are never wrong.
The cards are never wrong. As a reader, I'm wrong. The cards can't be wrong. Why? Because you're picking them out randomly. They coming out the way they supposed to come out.
Yes.
So if anybody wrong, it's me. And what I work on is how cards bounce off of each other.
Yes.
That's a hard thing to learn.
It is.
And that's the kicker
that's
right
the
there.
Art.
That's the art. Let them play on each other. And if you're up there trying to be a reader, work on learning how the court cards work. And those are your people cards. And also, because many of them are people cards, but they're individuals. So you got to understand how they play on each other. And that'll help you with your reading. So with that being said, we thank you for joining us again, and we appreciate you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. You all been working with it, but y'all can do more than that. Many of you watch, but you don't give us a thumbs up. Can you please help us? We need it.
Help
please
some girlies out.
Help us as we try to give you, look, I'm willing to give you free readings on Fridays.
Please.
But you got to put them in advance. So if you're going to do it, you're going to have to put them in before Friday.
That's true.
Because if it's not in before Friday, I may not put it on the plan. I'm not going to do it at the last moment.
Right.
I got to have.
Maybe let's say at least by like Thursday. Have
them in by Thursday. And how many do we need? I don't know if I would just do it. Well, I'll do it for one person.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe one or two if we want to, depending how long we want a video, depending how long a reading goes.
Yeah, we could give gobbledygook. We could talk about foolery, and then we could throw your reading in just like we did Chloe. And we hope you enjoyed it. We really do. And you know we have to say to that. You're welcome. That's what we offer to our followers. It's always been there. It's always been there.
Always.
And I won't even bother to ask you any questions. I'll just go on because I'll have it. So I won't know who you are, and I'll read and I'll tell you what I see.
Yes.
If I don't, baby Crone, we are tag teaming.
Yes,
or
we will.
One of us will read for you. So please give us something to do. Come on, what you have to lose. Come on, join us. It's a gift. Accept it. So with that being said, what do we say?
Sunflowers.